Welcome to WWP Clips. This is the official Clips channel for We Want Picks. We will be uploading our individual fight breakdown videos here, so make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our content. And as always, go to wewantpicks.com/bets, sign up with any one of our 5 betting partners, make a deposit, and we send you $50 as a thank you. Next up, at UFC 276, we have Brad Tavares taking on Dricus Du Plessis. Brad Tavares is 19-6 overall, 3 hiccups, 3-2 in his last 5, coming back after about a year away from the cage. Dricus Du Plessis is 16-2 overall, 4-1 in his last 5, and he's coming off a slew of canceled fights at UFC 273. If you remember that hot mess, I mean, they were just moving him up and down that card, and all of those fights fell through. Brad Tavares is a tried and true entity and isn't nearly as active of a fighter as you'd like. For anyone who doesn't really know who Brad is, you're unfamiliar with him, let me walk through his resume. He's 14-6 in the UFC. His losses are to Yoel Romero, Israel Adesanya, Robert Whittaker, and Edmund Shabazian. He's a solid striker. He's got very good takedown defense at 79%, and he has that Hawaiian fighting spirit. He's only fought twice in 2 years, but he is riding a nice 2-fight win streak. Dricus Du Plessis is a very good striker. He has a 100% finish rate. He's exciting to watch because of his explosiveness and his incredible leg kicks. He's a very good grappler as well. In his fight with Trevin Giles, which was only 8 minutes long, he took him down twice, he reversed him, and he had a 1.5 minutes of control time. When he's on the ground, he hunts for submissions and looks for stoppages there as well. I'll get to it. The betting line here has Brad as a slight underdog. He was a slight favorite, and it flipped. This line has flipped.
It's minus 135 now for the
it's an interesting flip because when he was the favorite, I actually understood. I understand now why Dricus is the favorite, but I got it when Brad was the favorite. He's tough. He's durable. He's got a ton of high-level experience. But my concern for him in this fight is that even though he's so tough and so experienced, he's a striker, and he's not going to be the better striker out of these two. 3 of his 6 UFC losses are knockouts, and in the other 3, he was outstruck or out-wrestled. Dricus is going to be the more dangerous striker, but we've never seen him in a decision, so I don't know if he can keep that striking pace for 3 rounds and win a decision. It's a really, really tough pick, but I do think I am going to lean Dricus here, but it's a no bet fight. Too many unknowns. But what's not unknown, Jacob, is what an incredible supporter Joe Todoro is with the $5 super chat. How's it going, Uncle Ange? And Jacob, how about your boy Gamrot? Jacob was on Gamrot last week. Very proud of himself.
Complete
in a split decision
domination. And he was going to be, he should have been the lock. That's the thing about the lock of the week is I keep getting underdogs right, just not the right one for lock of the week. I've been nailing underdogs. It's just, I just can't get the right ones right. So, but this week I'm so confident in my lock of the week. Back to this fight, I was actually surprised that these odds were what they are when they open, and that shows a lot of respect for Brad Tavares, and I'm thankful for that because as you mentioned, he does have the resume to back up. I know that's 6 losses, or whatever, but you rattle off who he's lost to. And when I watched Du Plessis, holy shit, I got like audio playing in my. There was like a video just like randomly playing. I thought somebody was in my room. I wish you could have heard that. That was the most random thing.
Yeah, I don't need to know what disgusting video you left open on your other Chrome tab.
Yeah, it was a lot of, anyway. Du Plessis, when I watched Du Plessis, especially against Trevin Giles, this is maybe a little controversial. I don't think he's that good. He's got weird power because especially that Trevin Giles fight, that knockout was just kind of, I think it was just like a straight right that was just right on the button. But when Trevin Giles was advancing to him and was throwing punches, Du Plessis would literally like cover up and like start running away and like closing his eyes and like chin up and like he was scared to get hit. And I know he's been knocking out literally everyone that he's been facing. But when I watch film of this guy, I'm like, this guy is 16-2. I'm like, how the hell is this guy 16-2? And I know he's fast, and he's going to have the speed advantage versus Brad. And I think that's probably the biggest part of this fight is the speed advantage because they're both got similar power. Obviously, Du Plessis it seems like he's got a little bit more power because of the way he's knocking people out. But he's got his chin up at times. It looks like he's afraid to get hit. You match that with Brad's takedown defense that I think you mentioned as well. Du Plessis had a couple takedowns. I don't think he's going to be able to get takedowns in this fight if he gets in trouble at all. If he's going to try to rely on that, it's just I'm glad that this fight is kind of a pick 'em. Obviously, the odds, I figured the odds are going to be minus 150 or minus 200 for Du Plessis, just because you look at the guy, his knockouts, his highlight reels, but it seems like it's trending that way. But to me, this is a pick 'em fight. You know, I'm going with Du Plessis because until he stops knocking people out, I'll keep riding that train, I guess. But I don't think he's that good, honestly. So I agree. I'm staying away from this completely with my money. I think I put Du Plessis in my DraftKings lineup just to chase that knockout. But this is a tough fight to predict. But I'm on Du Plessis.
Yeah, I mean, the line movement is interesting because. Listen, when I broke it down, that's why I said this is a no-bet fight. Like, you come here for picks, you come here for bets, I get it. You don't need to bet on every single fight. You just don't need to. And this is one, something dramatic may happen. Dricus Du Plessis might dominate this fight and win in 3 minutes and look like an absolute hero. We've seen Brad Tavares stopped in the past. But there's too many unknowns. He's never been to a decision. Brad Tavares is very good still. Even though he's inactive,
he's Hawaiian tough. I haven't mentioned my Hawaiians lately, but I love my Hawaiians and how tough they are, and he is Hawaiian tough for sure.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's a no-bet fight. You don't need to bet on every single one. This should be a really fun one. I agree. I actually think you should have either one of these guys in your DraftKings lineup because if Brad wins, I bet he scores some solid points. He might be able to stop Dricus. He's never seen the judges' scorecards. He's not invincible. Plus, Brad may work in his own takedowns and then get some control time. If Dricus wins, history tells us it'll be by stoppage. So I do think you should have one of these guys in your DraftKings lineup. It's basically even money. Obviously, the betting market dictated that Dricus should be the favorite, but DraftKings has Dricus as at the slight discount there. So do what you want there. The Monkey Knife Fight line, I'm not touching it. As much as I want to push Monkey Knife Fight, get you to sign up, I'm not touching it. I don't know what's going to happen. Dricus can knock this dude out. It could be a war. We could see him get his first decision, right? We've broken down several fighters that have never seen a decision till recently. So I'm not touching that. But if you want to get 50 free bucks, I'll give you 50 free bucks. All you need to do, WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up, make a deposit, and I send you $50 as a thank you.